Welcome, Lana Torrey from Evergreen Interiors.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Of course. I love having you. You're my good friend, and I'm going to get the free advice on the decorating. That's always, I'm the frugal chick.
I'll send a small bill in the mail. Yeah. Hey, I want to get back to talking about 1971 because...
brings back memories.
I sort of hate being the oldest person in the room.
Oh.
But... I could tell you stories about Rochester in 1971 where we all used to go down to Club 2001 and disco all night long.
Little white powder, little doobie, what up?
Oh my God.
Who said that?
No.
Did that fly out of my mouth?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It did.
This isn't Studio 54. It's
right,
Club
that's what I was thinking.
2001.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, back in 1971, were you in the home improvement business at that point, or was there something else that you did?
I was starting.
You
I
were
was starting in in the mid 70s.
So what was decorating like back then?
Oh my gosh, it was very orange.
The orange, yeah, cool.
Orange and avocado and chocolate brown.
Carpeting.
Shag carpet. Everybody had a rake in their closet because of course you had to rake your shag carpet to get the fibers loose again. And, it was a very pure one. We really didn't have, if you wanted a cool environment, the shopping was, of course, not good at that time, way before the internet, way before all these malls.
Right.
So if you wanted a very traditional house, you could buy, a sofa and 2 matching end tables and 2 matching lamps. Anywhere, and 2 wing chairs. But to get cool things, it was really very difficult to find.
Really?
Interesting.
Why? Why was it?
Just
the
wasn't
shopping
available.
Wasn't available. Okay.
It wasn't available. So I used to travel to Boston and New York City and find really cool things and hit every Salvation Army and every sale and and I'll tell you that the things that I bought, the coolest things, I still have so many of them today. You just can't part with it because they're absolutely priceless.
Right. And we've been talking a little bit about going green. That's one of the themes on the show. Alex and I are into it. He's going to be carted off by the
DEC or something.
sooner or later because he's like total anti. But I know from knowing you and working with you over the years and reading your articles and seeing some of your designs and actually having the pleasure of being in your home for lunch, you recycle quite a bit of stuff when you're doing let's say a Home-orama home or something popular in our area. You reuse things.
Absolutely. I've collected and reused and recycled and reborn and given new meaning to so many beautiful pieces. I mean, it's just
Lana, we're
what's that?
cracking up. Your husband's sitting in the studio shaking his head when you're saying I've collected.
Yeah.
And
He's going, yeah,
because
he sure has.
Yeah. Next week I'm going to be on the show Hoarders, but
Oh my God, that show makes me want to every time I watch it, I want to bleach my entire house from top to bottom. I freak out. If I see things piling up on the counter, I have a fit because you'd see people's homes that have animals in them. Somebody in Las Vegas died in their home underneath all their stuff. They reported her missing and then they found her underneath her things. Oh my God, 3,000 pounds of garbage was taken out of someone's house on that show. 3,000 pounds.
It's serious. It's a serious disease. Do you know there was a boy, a 4 or 5-year-old boy reported missing this was on the news. It wasn't even on Hoarders. Reported missing on the news, who was in a home that was condemned. He was lost in the garbage.
Lost in the garbage.
In his own home.
Oh my
and they
gosh.
But they just
horrible.
reminded me of that. I know. It's a sad, sad thing. And you know what's cool, though? There are people out there that are working to help people get organized and cleaned up. And that's what's cool about that show is that there are people out there that care and want to make a difference and help people get together.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. But, I have to say, I'm not that bad, as my husband would say, but I do have 2 barns, and they're very well organized. And I just save cool things, and then I use them as accessories in my Home-orama houses, and I have just done that for years. Now, going back for sales that I have been to over the years, when I was in high school, I worked for a store that was here in Rochester. It was a very wonderful, the best store, I would say, called the B. Foreman Company. And, as we were driving down here today, it brought back memories because now it's being torn down in downtown Rochester. And after working there for so many years, from high school through college, and when my children were young, when they closed the store, they had a sale, a fixture sale, and they sold every accessory, every chair, every piece of artwork, every hutch where they displayed shoes. And they had a huge sale downtown.
And you were there, baby.
And I was there right in the right there, right in the beginning of the line, and just bought the coolest things. And you know what? You'll never find those things again.
Yeah.
Never, ever,
like you were
ever.
saying, priceless.
Priceless. Absolutely priceless.
Well,
That's
I know
cool.
our listeners are going to want to learn about what colors are hot. I know Alex has a bunch of questions on decorating. I'm sure you do,
Do
Patrick.
I have to repaint again? I just painted everything.
I
Go
know.
ahead. Let's hear
I
about the
know.
colors.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come
Oh.
back, we're going to talk about getting your home ready for hibernation. And Lana's going to give us the lowdown on what colors are hot. And I was surprised. I heard a little piece of it over the break.
What's hot,
And I'm
what's
getting
not?
nervous because I just decorated a room, and I'm thinking, what?
Oh,
Not the
don't get
right
nervous.
color?
You know, it all comes around again. They just call it by a different name.
Well, I think
yeah,
I
yeah.
can pull it
Wait
off.
30 years, it'll be back.
Yeah, avocado becomes olive green. Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. 222-6397 is our number here, propertysourceradio.com. We'll be right back.